after the, oh my gosh, that was crazy. I got that on camera.
Jacob Green is a grinder.
What is up, guys? Today I am 4 weeks out from my meet on August 23rd. This will be my first meet back from cancer. Technically, it's 3 weeks and 5 days because this is week 4, day 2. I'm going to show you guys my peak from prep and also just walk you guys through my day 2 bench. Feeling pretty good, surprisingly, after that 190 kg bench on Saturday. I cut my back off because I've just been feeling like a little bit more pain again. And next walk, I'm also just going to cut a whole day of bench out. So hopefully that helps minimize the overall stress, because usually when I'm in prep, that's when my pec acts up the most. Okay, update.
A little crispy.
Which is to be expected. I did just bench 190 kilo, which is almost 20 pounds more than I had benched since being back from all of my sickness and stuff. So can't even be mad at that. But we'll see what we can put up today. The pain's not too bad. It's still manageable. And like I said, I'm gonna be taking that day out, that third day of bench, which is just like unnecessary volume. We'll see how it goes. I'll show you guys the 2 reds, and then I'll probably take like a last warm up and then top set. I felt a little better. Like I said, I'm gonna take a last warm up, decide on my top set. This will be a fatigued double. All right, guys. Top set has been loaded. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it might be a little bit of a grind, but I keep surprising myself, so whatever. I just threw 3 reds on. Well, I've hit this before since I've been back, but hopefully today can be like just like a casual double. All right, guys, here we go. The 2. Gotta get my wife here on standby. Okay. Okay, well, that was easy. Like I said, I keep surprising myself, so glad I took that. Did kind of hurt, but hopefully we can get that worked out before my meet. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this session. I have no back offs. I do have some dips. I might show that. Yeah, other than that, I will see you back at home to talk about how my peak went. Just kidding. I did not go home. I went to Chick-fil-A with my wife because we are big backs. And we like Chick-fil-A. But anyways, I'm currently 4 weeks out. To be exact, 3 weeks and 5 days. I'm feeling very good, very confident after my last SPD session, which was my peak. I'll be getting into that shortly. But first of all, I am coaching myself right now, currently.
My Chick-fil-A is here.
So yeah, I am coaching myself, which has been pretty interesting. I think it's going well so far. Obviously, my progress is kind of inevitable. I'm just kind of getting back to where I was at before, which was around, I totaled 757.5 kilo. That was my best ever total. And that was a 285 kg squat, a 200 kg bench, and a 272.5, 600 pound deadlift. So we're gonna see how close I can get come August 23rd. That was my best total under the supervision of the Swolefessor. I'm sure many of you guys know him. And then I got cancer and was stuck in the hospital for 6 weeks. Come meet day, it'll be, I think, almost exactly 6 months after the, oh my gosh, that was crazy. I got that on camera. Those things are terrible. Pretty sure they're invasive. and now they're in the fly stage. So it just hit me in the head. But it's just, anyways. So I'll show you guys right here. This is what I hit for a squat. The range was 240 to 250 kg. Took the high end. Did not think it was gonna be that easy, but didn't even feel heavy on my back really, which is surprising. I really thought it would. So yeah, can't complain with that at all. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna have to continue with bench and deadlifts at home because my phone
It's overheating, so
I'll see you guys at home for real this time and not at Chick-fil-A. Okay, I am back home for real this time. So continuing on with bench press. Bench has been going the best all prep, which is no surprise. Other than my pec having to deal with that. But I have a new PT. His name is Justin. Go check him out on my Instagram. Longevity Training. But he's been helping me with that to manage that pec pain. But I was really confident about that 190 kg bench and it flew. Felt like honestly if I loaded 200 kg, I could have pushed it. And then deadlift, I know from my previous meets, or at least the last one, I don't have to push deadlifts hard. For example, in my last meet, which is also the Richmond Raid, just like 2 years ago, I finally pulled 600. But it was a bit of a grind, and it was harder than I thought because what I hit in prep was 590, and it was fairly smooth. So going into the meet, my high end was 606. 600 was like without a doubt, but it ended up being kind of a grind. And I think that was mostly because I just pushed it too hard in prep. 590 wasn't really necessary. So going into this meet with that in mind, I only hit 240 kg. I think that was a smart move. It was like RP 7-ish, maybe 7.5 at most. You know, just with conventional, I don't really have to pull anything crazy. It'll always show up on meet day. And if anything, I'm better off just pulling less so that I'm not taxed going into the meet. So yeah, like I feel super ready for this meet. That session made me very confident. I totaled, so that's gonna be around 680 kg, like 7.5 to 8.5 RPE, depending on the lift. With all that considered, I think I can now set some realistic goals for my competition. I'm just gonna go over what my third attempts would be for each lift, or at least my goal. So starting with squat, based on my estimated 1 rep max of around 270 kilo, I think on the low end, 584 for sure. I have no doubt in my mind I can hit that, especially considering the momentum I'm gaining right now. I think I'm gonna actually be a lot stronger on that day given 4 more weeks of training. So 584 is like without a doubt. That's like if I'm feeling really bad or just like lacking some confidence for some reason, or if I'm feeling very decent but not like on top of the world, 595. What I most likely will load on the bar is 600 pounds. I mean, I've doubled it in the past. My best overall squat was 628, so I can show that here too. So 600 pounds should be not anything too foreign. Obviously, I haven't hit that type of weight in a long time, but I really do think I'm capable. And then moving on to bench. For the low end, I would say it's really gonna depend on how my pec is feeling, because if it's still getting irritated and giving me some issues, I might take like 195 or 190, I'll say, at the very, very lowest. And that's like if my pec's doing very bad. I think a fair like low end of the third attempt range would be 197.5 and then 200 kg if I'm feeling on that day. Considering I just smoked 190 kg, I think I would definitely have 200 on that day.
Honestly,
I think high end, I could potentially
PR.
my bench. This one's tough because I could go 202 and just kind of, or sorry, 202.5 and just kind of chip my PR.
Or
I could hit another milestone that I've been chasing, which is 450, and just send it and go 205. But I've kind of figured out with my last meet how to make bench show up on the day. And when it does, like the last time I benched 200 kilo, it flew. I'm pretty sure I could have done 205 that day. So I don't know. It's really going to depend on like if I care about going 9 for 9 or not, which I do. We'll see. Definitely stay tuned. See if I can PR bench. That would be nuts because that'd be only 6 months after all this stuff. So then deadlift, I honestly don't know what to think about deadlift. I think on the very low end, I got somewhere around 575. If I'm feeling good, 585. And then after that, if I'm well into the 700 kg mark, that my goal total is 700 kg. So if I'm already well into that, I might just load up 600 again, just because that would be crazy. And that is my best ever pull. That's the most I've ever pulled in training, in competition, period, all time. So, and then that would come out to about, I'm gonna be on the low end, probably, God willing, 720. I can't really see myself totaling under 700 kg. I'm not gonna PR my total, obviously. So it's kind of just like, what's the point? I might as well just try to pull 600 or something crazy for my third attempt, just have some fun with it. But if I'm not really feeling it, I'll probably take, like 590 just to be safe. That being said, that's really where I'm at. I have a little less than 4 weeks of training left now, and I'm just gonna build into the meet. I don't peak 2 weeks out. That was it. Everything I just did last Saturday was the heaviest I'll go on anything. Just running singles again, right into the meet and treating it like a week 4 SBD, which is good. It kind of just keeps things manageable. Any sort of weird, like aggressive tapers or changing it up, like peaking 2 weeks out, anything like that. I've never done that before, to be fair. So I don't know how I necessarily react to that, but I just think for me personally, our training should look pretty similar to what it's going to happen on meet day. So even back offs and stuff like that is going to stay pretty much the same. I might be cutting out a little accessory work just to make me feel more fresh, give me more rest, give my joints a break, like the week leading into it, or even like 2 sessions out. Other than that, it's really just going to be a smooth sailing right into the meet. Yeah, I'm feeling really, really confident about this meet. And either way, it's just for fun. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not qualifying for anything. It's literally just to get back on the platform since I almost died from cancer. Yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to watch my meet. I can give you guys a link. Definitely follow my Instagram and my TikTok. My Instagram will have the most information about where and when the meet is and where you can watch it. So if you're interested, you can watch it, but it's on August 23rd in Richmond at the Iron Built Gym. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Just remember, when we are weak, then we are strong.